What is up, everybody? Bravo D Boy here, back with another One Piece chapter review. Chapter 998 draft while I was asleep last night. I wake up, all I'm thinking about during my classes during school is 998. So we're in my lunch break. I've had my thoughts compiled, and I'm sacrificing my lunch so that I can make this video. I'm starving, but I have an adrenaline rush that I can just get through this. Chapter 1000, real quick. It was confirmed to be Scanlation would come out around December 25th. So it's really exciting because that's like around like Christmas time if you guys celebrate Christmas. But don't get your hopes up for it to come out on Christmas because it's set around. So it could be like the 23rd or the 27th. But that's exciting news. Not exciting news for my friends that I told to catch up so they could be there for when chapter 1000 comes out. But whatever, that's their own problem. They should have caught up earlier. Anyways, let's get right into this chapter called Ancient Zoans, which when I read the chapter title, I knew, okay, we're gonna get the reveals for all the rest of Toby Roppo. It's pretty obvious to me. And the Toby Roppo reveals we got in this are actually exactly what all fans predicted would be. They would be, and I got some thoughts. I like them. I'm for the most part positive thoughts, but I got some thoughts. Cover story today, this cool drawing of Enel and a massive like cat chilling out, listening to music. It's so cool. I love that stuff. People usually prefer the stories, but I love these drawings. I'm not gonna dwell on that though. People somehow know that Onigashima is floating. That's like the conclusion they come to, even though they're in the middle of the banquet hall. I don't get how like the waiters understand that, but whatever. They're in the banquet hall. And then we cut to this shot of Chopper running around like, I'm on fire, please help me. And then Zoro's like, hey, stop it. And then Marco's like, hey buddy, is it hot? And he's like, no, it's actually the perfect temperature to get rid of this this Ice Oni virus. So it seems like the virus is going to be going away pretty soon. And that's a good thing to hear. Marco like mass produces these flames on everybody indiscriminately, like not like Beast Pirates and Samurai alike, like all of them are getting Beast Pirates. That one Yakuza boss that I think is like Oni something, the big one, is coming back. He is back to normal. I guess that's a good thing. And then Marco says, as Marco's coming down, X Drake shows up and jumps in and goes, I can take care of all these guys. And Marco's like, hey, I think I've got a good read on the situation now. Roronoa, Brooke, Robin, you guys want to come up to the top and fight the big fight? You don't want to fight all these riffraff. And they're like, oh, can you leave Chopper here alone? And then the samurais are protecting him. Drake's protecting him. I don't think that's enough. Because remember, even though Queen's gun is gone, Queen is there, and he's a freaking calamity with Armored Hockey and an Ancient Zoan. Chopper, Hyogoro, and X Drake are not enough to handle Queen. Like that, you can't just leave them. But I think that's what's gonna happen. And then Apu gets up, and that's a really interesting thing. We don't really explore further into that, but he's back up, and he's going to keep fighting. Also, Tristan, if you remember Tristan, the only ship for Chopper in the whole series, is here to help with the virus. So it's probably gone in the next couple chapters, and maybe we'll get a little like cute moment between Chopper and Tristan, the deer mink. But anyways, we cut to the 4th floor, which is where Luffy and Jinbei are. So they're almost there. There's just the 5th floor, and then there's the roof, I think. Or maybe the 5th floor is the no, the 5th floor and then the roof. The Luffy and Jinbei are there, and it's actually pretty funny because Jinbei's like, oh, where's Sanji? I think he must have sensed a strong enemy and went down to fight him. But Sanji, like in reality, he just went with a ton of girls, and I'm sure she's a strong enemy. I don't want to downplay Black Maria, but it's just pretty funny to see Jinbei like, oh, he probably sensed a strong opponents coming by. And they're fighting. It says, Luffy's like, oh, my observation hockey needs work. Like, no, it doesn't, Luffy. Like, he just heard women screaming. But actually, it could be the sort of thing. This is the last chapter or 2 chapters ago, but Sanji could have been. It could be like the sort of branching out of observation hockey where you sense emotions, but then at the same time they are ingenuine emotions. So it's probably just Sanji's like 6th sense, pervert sense, you know. So yeah. And then Jinbei doubles back and goes, I'm sorry, Luffy, but it seems I must stay back on this floor at well. as well. And then we all know why that happened, but then we cut to back to Franky. And this is where the things happen. Franky's in his General Franky mode. He got these awesome attacks like General Launcher and exploding all of the subordinates and Sasuke. And Sasuke's like, oh, I'm gonna take this seriously. Everybody move aside. You're no match for this guy. And he goes into this full Triceratops. Now this is the one I'm actually disappointed with. It fits so much, and I call this on to make sense. But as you guys know, I was banking so hard on the freaking Ankylosaurus fruit for Sasuke because it's my favorite dinosaur, and that's literally the only reason. I understand the Triceratops makes more sense, but I really wanted the Ankylosaurus to have some representation in the series because, dude, how does this not everybody's favorite dinosaur? It just got this massive club that it swings around and bam, it hits everyone with it at the end. Like it's literally the perfect like thing for a little kid, like imagining like animals fighting. But anyways, it's still gonna be cool. Franky versus Sasuke, natural armor versus Franky's intellectual armor. I guess Wapol metal is what it's made out of, but that kind of puts a damper on everything once you think about that. That if Franky wins, it's all thanks to Wapol metal. But yeah, I see this as a battle of attrition, much akin to Franky versus Senior Pink. But whether or not Franky comes out on top is another question. I think this fight could go many ways. Like there probably will be a moment where the Triceratops actually pierces Franky, but then maybe Franky will be like, General Super Blast Dino Cannon, like this attack he's never showed before, and then he'll like do like a point blank blast into the dinosaur's face, crushing his armor. And he's like, I needed to let you get me in so that I could come up close. Similar to when Zoro let Kamazo, or I don't know if he let Kamazo stab him, but similar when when Kamazo stabbed Zoro, and then he took out it, and he was like, finally I can use 3 sword style, and then he one-shots him. So yeah, Ancient Zoan Triceratops, really cool. I was hoping with these title cards we would get bounties for the Toby Roppo. I want Toby Roppo bounties, but you can't always get what you want. Sanji's running away is what we see next, and then Black Maria is like on the roof, and this almost seems like a smile fruit, which is weird. It's an ancient Zoan, but it's not a mythical Zoan, and you would think it would be a mythical Zoan, but because of how it is. Basically, Black Maria's like whole torso up is on this massive spider bottom. This is literally just a giant spider, but then there's the torso up of a woman above it, and so she's on the ceiling saying, "Oh, stay here. I'll make you my pet." And he's like, don't you want to stay with all these women? That's like what all the people around her are saying. And Sanji's like, oh no, is this heaven? like he doesn't understand the situation. Like as much as he's like trying to avoid and get to help like the serious moments, Sanji is looking up at this, is like, I can't resist. Like this is obviously an overdone bit with Sanji, but you can't help but, at least I personally can't help but enjoy it when it's executed like this. Where he's like fighting hard to resist, and then just like there's sudden like outbursts of just, this is heaven. Like Sanji can't control himself. It's funny to me. But yeah, I'm wondering, it says it's model Rosa Miguel Grauvogeli. I don't know what that is. I'll look into it maybe after this video, but because I'm really interested as to what that spider looks like. Because I've never heard of that. Maybe the official translation will translate differently in a way that's easier to say, I really hope. Because Oda really just pulled that out of nowhere. Both that and Sasuke's devil fruits were pretty much predicted. Next, we see what Jinbei was saying he had to stay on the floor for. And we see this giant saber-toothed tiger. Like, it's not exactly what I imagined Who's Who to look like, but he's like there. He's super massive. Like, I knew these things were big, but like this is over the top, Oda. Like no way saber-toothed tiger was this big. This could be his hybrid form for all we know. And he's just like kind of laying down anyways, which would make sense because hybrid forms are usually the biggest. But it's probably his full Zoan form from what we see. But yes, Who's Who is a saber-toothed tiger. And then all the Who's Who pirates and like all the cute cat girls and like the lion dude. Looks like there's a ton of minks there. Yeah, he's got some cat vibe going on with his pirate. With his crew. And Jinbei versus Who's Who. Considering the betrayal of Who's Who, I think this is a good matchup. Who's Who and Sasuke are probably the strongest of the Toby Roppo. So I think Mr. Moore's theory about Jinbei not becoming part of the Monster Trio and sort of like being relegated to like Franky's level or rather Frankie being elevated to Jinbei's level is pretty much kind of where I'm at too. Because I think at the time he probably is comparable to what we know about Zoro and Sanji so far. But I think Zoro and Sanji both have more up their sleeves, and I think they are a leg above Jinbei, if not too much. I do like these moments where Sanji's like questioning like his worth compared to Jinbei after seeing Jinbei's competence while arguing with Luffy. But obviously he's a great addition to the crew. But I think that more just spot on with this because Jinbei's not fighting Jack or anybody. I want to explore further. Okay, well first let's get into this. Page 1 and Ulti are back into the main hall outside the dome, and we see Ulti's full Pachycephalosaurus form. I don't like it. I think a lot of people probably don't like it from what I'm guessing. I don't watch reviews before I do these, but I'm not a fan of the design. They say they're going to get revenge on Nami and Usopp, and I'm still sticking with what I've been saying. Nami and Usopp, this is their matchup. As much as people think it was a short skirmish and it's over now, they're going to come back. They got some crazy plan like they always do because they really can be written to win any fight they ever can. Oda can write them in a way where they can overcome any strong opponent. And they're always good at taking care of these strong, like tanky, durable opponents with their brains. And I think with Tama in the mix, they'll definitely do it. And I don't see it out of the question that Tama actually makes them join their side. It's possible. That is like a feasible way to where the Lions could turn the tides in the Onigashima raid because you need everybody to fight Kaido. So turning hands to help take care of people like King and Queen and Jack is something that I think needs to happen. At the end of the chapter, actually I'm gonna save that for later. The end of the chapter because that's like chapter 1000 speculation I want to talk about. But first, as far as Marco taking up Zoro, Brook, and Robin, like I said, that leaves only a couple people, Chopper, Page 1, and or Chopper and X-Drake to fight Queen. I don't think that's enough to take care of Queen. That's ridiculous. So that's a little interesting to me. King and Jack are both wandering around upstairs. I could see Brook and Robin team up against Jack. That'd be the craziest matchup ever. But Jack is probably weakened. There's a chance they can do it. Brook and I might be capping so hard right now, but like I'm just trying to think about this. It's like I don't see Brook and Robin fighting Kaido at all, unless all the Straw Hats are fighting Kaido. But why those two in particular? Like that's weird to me. So I do see them getting caught up, probably fighting Jack, and then Marco fighting King. I believe that could definitely happen, or Marco fighting Kaido and Zoro fighting King. But I prefer Zoro helping with Kaido and Marco fighting King. That's kind of how I see the matchups going. I know Brook and Robin versus Jack is probably the craziest stretch you've ever heard, but don't put it out of the question because based on what we've seen, that is totally likely. Anyways, at the end of this chapter, they see this giant dragon thing and it's like, Momonosuke's like, what is this statue? And it's like, this used to be the entrance of Wano. But a friend of mine came and broke it, Yamato tells him. And it seems like a few years ago, he came to kill my father. It seems like, and then we see the silhouette of Ace. It seems like we're getting a flashback about Ace next chapter. Because no way this is just like a thing that doesn't go explored. If this chapter extends to 2 chapters, I like this a lot better because this could be a big reveal for chapter 1000. Something about Kaido, something about Ace, something about the Whitebeard Pirates. Like, people, like chapter 1000, Luffy gets to the top. He gets gear 5th. Like, all that stuff's so boring to me. If you have a flashback during chapter 1000, that's so much more room for like crazy reveals that you could get. Like whether that's Ace, something about Roger, something about Kaido, something about just the emperors in general, something about rocks. Maybe Ace found out something about rocks. Like there's so much potential for that. I don't even want to begin speculating that after just having initial thoughts from a chapter. But I just want to say I really like this development of a flashback, and I'll even accept it with open arms because you always love to learn more about Ace. Since he kind of died, his relevance in the story is diminished over time. But yes, this is good stuff. That's about it for today. Let me know what you guys think down below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Get people hyped. If you have anime-only friends, get them hyped. Get them reading the manga so they can catch up and be there for when chapter 1000 drops. Because it's going. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. And even if they don't make it, in time, it's still worth it to make them catch up. So just encourage your friends, read One Piece, catch up to the manga. I'll see you guys all in the next one. You guys have a fantastic day.